If you want to hear all about this new exciting pattern release from Love Notions, then please stay tuned. Hello everybody, happy hump day Wednesday. Welcome back to the channel. I have a new pattern release for you today. As you can tell by the title, it is the new Saltwhistle Top Dress Pattern. This pattern is just so super cute. Out the gate, I'll just let you know I was a tester for this particular pattern, and so I will be sharing my test fit version for you and then the final version. So yeah, let's go ahead and jump into it. So first of all, I must give a huge shout out to Kiara, the Island Socialist. I will leave a link to her blog post as well as her Instagram down in the description box, and you can go check her out. But this pattern was actually designed by Kiara from the Island Socialist in collaboration with Tammy, one of the owners from Love Notion Patterns. And so this pattern is so super cute, absolutely adorable, and it is described as a feminine, flirty and island style peplum and knee length dress. It has some beautiful options, and let me make sure I scoot over so I can pop up the picture here. It has and the sizing is very good, has a full bust option, but I'll get into all of that. But it is a peplum as well as a knee length dress that you can make, and it has what I absolutely love is the square neckline, and what makes it super adorable is the scalloped hem. So let's go ahead and get into it. It has 4 sleeve options, so you can do sleeveless. I did the sleeveless for my muslin version, but it also has the ruffle sleeve as well as the short puff and a short puff sleeve. And so again, I'll leave everything here on the screen. But it also, this is a pattern that's made for woven, so keep that in mind. It does have the full bust option, which I did make for the full bust option. I will let you know all of the features and everything about the option that I made. And I actually just went and took pictures, so I have mine here, and I'll tell you about the fabric that I used, which was absolutely perfect. You must go out to Love Notions, make sure you're following the hashtag and everything as they're posting, because this is being released, I want to say on the, okay, I need to make sure I had all my days correct. It's being released on the 19th through the 25th, so make sure you take advantage of the discount because it's being released for $9.50. Regular price is $12.50. I will have a link in the description box. It is an affiliate link, just for those who don't know. It is an affiliate link, which just means I get a small commission for each purchase that's used with my link, so feel free to use my link. All right, everybody, so let's jump into my versions. So you will see a lot of the versions, or a few of the versions, did the tier dress. So when you do the tier dress, the scallop that you see at the bottom of the top, the peplum, each tier will have that scalloped edge, which is so super cute. The different versions that I've seen in the finals and everything, absolutely beautiful. So make sure that you are definitely checking out all of the releases. Make sure you're on Love Notions newsletter list if you're not already, and definitely you'll see all of the different releases. So let me tell you about the sizing. So the sizing, it goes from an extra small up to a 5XL, and it also has the full bust option, and that is the bust option that I use, the full bust option. And for Love Notions, now that they've come out with the full bust option for their patterns, I think it's been a couple years now, I have been using their full bust pattern pieces. So just for sizing, and I'll pop that up on the screen as well, it starts from a full bust of an extra small of 33, and it goes up to a full bust of 57.5 for a 5X, and it goes up to a waist of 49.5, and the hip up to 59.5, and the bicep 18.5. And so yeah, this, because I made the top, don't need a lot of fabric for the top. And trust me, I did not have a lot of fabric for this top. This is all I have left, these little scraps. And it's a cotton lawn. I believe this is a cotton lawn or cotton poplin. No, this is a cotton poplin. I picked up, and if I got that wrong, I'll put that on the screen. This I picked up from, you might recognize this from Destashify. And so I finally was able, remember I said I only had, I think it was only a yard, maybe just under 2 yards. I cannot remember exactly. I want to say it was under 2 yards that I received of this fabric, and I was so happy I was able to finally use it. This is all I have left are some scraps, but the scraps I have left over, they're large enough where I can use them for pockets. And this, if you remember, and you might not, this was a border print. So let me just, I'll show you on my top, but the top part of my top was the border on both sides of the fabric, and then the solid part was in the middle. And so, and then you had these kind of bits here. And so this is enough for me to still make pockets out of, or if I do, say, a shirt dress or a placket that has the collar in it, you know, the inside detail of the collar, easy, I can use for that. And so I'm going to pop up the test version, my first muslin. So in full disclosure, the muslin the original version did not have bust darts. The final version has bust darts, and it absolutely makes a difference. It adds nice little shaping to it. And so this was my muslin. I used muslin fabric. Just different scraps I had, just to see, I wanted to see how everything looked on me. And so I'll pop up a quick video here that shows you how it looked on me. I thought it looked fine. There was a little bit of, again, it was around that bust area where I knew once the final version was out and it was adding the bust darts that would be totally fine, and it is. You'll see that on my final. But other than that, out the gate, it was a really good fit. What I absolutely love about it is the neckline. I love, you all know I like scoop necks, I like square necks, V-necks, anything like that. At least for me, I absolutely love it. And so here is my final version. And so isn't that beautiful? So this solid was all my the center of the fabric, and then this was the border. And so I wanted this the design at the top, and so you will see I did that. I cut it, you know, I was turning the fabric. You should have seen me. I was like, no, I wanted to hit this way for the top, for the bust. And so that's what I did. I made sure the top part of the top was the lighter, and then as you go down, it was darker. And you can tell some of the design did kind of is on that scallop end. Here's the scallop at the bottom, and so the scallop has a facing piece, and so for the facing piece I use for the lighter pieces of the fabric. So I do like that. So if you get a little peek, you know, if the wind is blowing in a little peak or something, you can see that pink underneath, which I absolutely love. I like that contrast look, and that's what I was going for. And so initially, because you saw my muslin, I was going to do my final as a sleeveless version. I'm like, I'm always doing sleeveless. I absolutely love sleeveless. I have no problem showing my arms. Never have. And so I was like, you know, I'm going to do the little ruffle because it's just dainty enough. It's not a long ruffle, which would then be more of a flutter sleeve. But it's just dainty enough, and you'll tell in my pictures where it's still giving me sleeveless, but it's just a little bit of ruffle at the top. So I thought that was super cute. And you do finish off for the sleeveless and the ruffle, you do finish off with the bias binding. And I have this in my stash. As you can tell, it kind of blends in with the fabric. So I had enough of this left over, this silk bias binding, to finish off. As you can tell, you finish off the insides like that. You see that? Isn't that pretty? So it gives it a really nice finish on the inside. And then this casing, you actually, it's a you gather the waistline, but then you add elastic, a casing, and I'll turn this on inside out. You all know how I like to finish off my facing. Of course, the pattern calls for you to serge the end of the edges of your facing. You all know I don't particularly care for doing that, so I do the typical thing I do where I turn under. I've shown that many times in my video, so this is absolutely clean, because I usually don't care to do, depending on what it is. You could also use bias binding as a nice little finishing off the edge, but I like to use the facing and turn it under, so it's absolutely clean on the inside. I did that for the front because the back has a facing and the front has a facing, and I did the exact same thing for the front. And so yeah, and it is super comfortable because this is a cotton poplin. It breathes really nice. So in this heat out here that we're all experiencing, well, most of us are experiencing, yeah, this is nice and breathable. I will say that. I do want to show you the inside, because here's the, again, that same bias binding is what I used on the inside. You create, let me see if I can hold this up. You create a casing and you run that that elastic through on the inside. Super easy, I would say. And then you can see how my facing lay on the inside, because I don't like stitching. So, or what is this, the shoulder seams. So that's the front laying down very nicely, and then that's the back. That's, again, that's how I like to finish off my facing pieces. So far as instructions are super easy. This is another one where I think after you cut out and it's time for you to sew, it'll take you under 2 hours, I would think. It's nothing to rush through or anything like that. It's super cute. And again, this is for the top. And the reason I say it takes about 2 hours, because you do have the scalloped edge, and you want to make sure. Oh, side note, I did run out of solid fabric, so I had to kind of piece this together because the way I was placing the pattern pieces, but it's cute anyway. But anyway, these scallops, this to me is what probably took the longest, because I wanted to make sure that you saw the scallops, which means you don't want to rush those curves, and you do clip into the curves. So because when you add the facing piece, you turn it up, and so you want to make sure you have that nice little scalloped edge. And so take your time on those curves, but this is an absolutely beautiful, beautiful pattern. I definitely highly recommend. I'm glad I did test for it. When I saw it, I was like, oh yeah, that's so cute, because square neckline is so me. And like I said, initially I was just gonna do the sleeveless version for my final, but I was like, you know what, I'm always doing sleeveless, and so I'll go ahead and do the little ruffle sleeve. I thought that was a nice little detail. So that is it. Again, take advantage of the sale that will be going on through the 25th, and I'll put it on the screen if I got that incorrectly, but either way, it will be down in the description box, a link to the pattern and everything, a link to Kira's blog and her page over there on Instagram if you're not following her already. And so yeah, everybody, thank you so much for tuning in today. Let me know what you think of the Saltwhistle top and dress pattern. Do you think it's something that you might add to your collection? Definitely let me know. I hope you do. And that is it. Make sure you stay tuned for Sunday. I'm pre-recording these videos, but I pretty much know when they're gonna go up. I think on Sunday will be another pattern release. Stay tuned. If you have not subscribed, please subscribe. Don't forget to thumbs up this video. And I appreciate you all for tuning in today. Thanks everybody. And you all have a blessed and wonderful day. And we will see you on Sunday. Bye.